The ozone layer above Antarctica is recovering. It stopped many worrying changes in the Southern Hemisphere. If you are looking for someone to thank, then thank the world at large. Study suggests the Montreal Protocol, the 1987 agreement to halt producing ozone-deficiency material, can be responsible for pausing it or reversing it. Some troubling changes in the air currents around the Southern Hemisphere. Swirling towards our planet's poles at a high altitude are very fast air currents known as jet streams. Before the turn of the century, ozone deficiency had been driving the southern jet stream south than usual. This ended up changing rainfall patterns, and ocean currents as well. Then, a decade after the protocol was signed, that migration stopped. Coincidence? Using a range of models and computer simulations, researchers have shown this pause in movement wasn't driven by natural shifts alone. Instead, only changes in the ozone can explain why the creep of the jet stream has suddenly stopped. In other words, the Montreal Protocol appears to have paused, or even a bit reversed, the southern migration of the jet stream. And for once, that is truly good news. In Australia, changes to the jet stream have increased the risk of drought by pushing rain away from coastal areas. If the trend reverse, those rains may return. The weather bands that bring cold fronts have been narrowing towards the South Pole, and that is why southern Australia has experiencing decreased rainfall over the last 30 years or so, says Ian Ray, an organic chemist from the University of Melbourne. If the ozone layer is recovering, and the circulation is moving north, that's good news on two fronts. Still, we should not be celebrating for long. While improvements in cutting back our reliance on ODSs have allowed the ozone to recover, carbon dioxide levels continue to go upwards and place all progress at risk. Last year, the Antarctic ozone hole hit its smallest annual peak on record since 1982, but the problem is not solved, and this record may have something to do with calm temperatures in that layer of the atmosphere. What is more, in recent years, there's been a surge in ozone-depleting chemicals, coming from regions in China. We term this a pause because the poleward circulation trends might resume, stay flat, or reverse, says atmospheric chemist Antara Banerjee from the University of Colorado Boulder. It's the tug-of-war between the opposing effects of ozone recovery and rising greenhouse gases that will determine future trends. The Montreal Protocol is proof that if we take immediate action we can help pause or reverse some of the damage we have started. Yet even now, the rise in greenhouse gas emissions is a reminder that such action is simply not enough.